it won't help you allegedly. 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 Bitch, one of you was flat. Hello. How are we this afternoon? I realized in my Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion that I forgot to do a deeper dive into the altar of Kyle Richards. And so I had to bring a friend along, and I think the proper format for this conversation is a good old trusty open forum. It's 6:30 on a weekday. Y'all have some time and some energy, some effort. I know because you're my audience and I enjoy you thoroughly. So I encourage you to participate in this roast, in this conversation, because the altar of Kyle Richards is something I feel we all can have some poking edge fun with. The altar of Kyle Richards. And also predicting, I see also Garcelle's activation. It's interesting to see her and Sutton like, we're not altar. No. So everybody's been asking for Garcelle to take that red wig off and get activated. And it looks like she's going to do one of the two. I think, let's see, where should we begin? Well, let's start at the altar of Kyle Richards. Well, actually, no, let's start at the dinner, at last night's buttering up, trying to rekindle Fox Force 5, it kind of felt like. But none of Fox Force 5 is here. Well, was Erica part of Fox Force?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so yeah, all you got is
I think Dorit was too.
Was.
Yeah. I think it was Dorit, Erica, Lisa Rinna, Kyle, and Teddi.
Oh, yeah, that was the 5.
Okay.
That was the 5. The heifers. But they, now to see Kyle really, like, pleading her case, and also Sutton definitely wants to be the queen bee of this show. Like, I love how Garcelle is like, I am here for my check. You know what? This is fun. This is interesting. It's a challenge. It's something new. Like, I like her aspect on it. But she's like, I'm not trying to be the queen bee. I don't need to be the queen bee. I need to be me. And I feel like, God, it would be interesting to see one of these shows without a queen bee, either self-proclaimed or naturally selected. But they were not, like, Garcelle and Sutton was really giving Kyle the business, and Erica was the only one like, Sutton, you gave me the business too, and I'm not interested in going through that again. So let's remember, you're not perfect either, Sut.
She's not, and that's what makes her really annoying sometimes. When she chooses to stand on an anthill. So I do think that she's.
I enjoy that. Expound on, she stands on an ant hill. I know I want to use it. What do you mean by that? Like a small issue?
Yeah, or, it's like kind of like you're going to stand on top of a mountain and it's an ant hill. Mountain out of a molehill. I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, but that's not really my issue with Sutton, although it is kind of. It's that there's pure hypocrisy because there's like, hear me out. Sorry, I fell down the stairs in my own mind. She's run out so many times. I watched the after show and they showed all the times. Your ugly leather pants. She ran out on the cast trip, when they were at Lake Arrowhead. Like, Sutton likes to freak out.
She ran out in Vegas about the damn stripper.
Thank you. Right. So
Let the
the
mouse
fact,
go. Let the mouse
thank
go.
So Sutton likes to do a run out. She likes to have a tantrum. She likes to do a lot of things because Sutton has main character energy, whether we want it or not.
Oh.
I'm serious, and that's the problem, right? So, um, like she called Kyle out for running out of Bose's pamper day, and she does have a point that Kyle has always come back after Sutton and said, no, you need to stay. You need to figure it out. You need to be engaged. You can't leave, all that, right? It's true. Sutton has every right to bring that up because Kyle's been very hard on Sutton about taking off, right? Especially like in Lake Arrowhead when she wanted them to let the mouse go and they weren't being very nice to her. But Kyle does have a point where it's like, Sutton, all you do is run out. So I have one moment where I do, and now you want to be all like, whatever. Like, I don't think so. That's kind of the problem, is that Sutton does have a point, but then Sutton's also often a hypocrite.
And speaking of a hypocrite, I did something and I don't know how I feel about it. So in a moment of herbal inebriation, went on to Amazon.com and tried to make an economical purchase. And I ended up with this.
Oh my
36
goodness.
Nutella Be Readies. It was only $20.18. So I said, that's less than $1 per bar. That's economical. That's like 50 cents a bar. That's a smart buy. That's a smart buy. And also, here's another thing. They're only 110 calories for one bar. That's not bad. That's really not bad. Like, what? It's like, it's not a candy bar. That's like really not bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know whether I'm going to tape this back up and take it to Amazon Return Center, or if I'm just going to say, I'll just have one every day and see how that goes.
You bought a snack pack as big as your head.
Literally.
Well,
the problem is their problem is unless you buy them in this much bulk, they get expensive.
sure. And rationing out having one, you'll always be glad that you made that purchase when you're reaching for it in that sweet tooth moment. Put it that way.
True.
You just will, And if you can keep yourself disciplined on your portions, then you're set. My problem is I would wake up with 6 wrappers in my bed.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Nutella really is like once you have 2 spoonfuls of it, you're good.
Yeah, you're right. I've never like deadened a Nutella jar.
Now. No, it takes me a while. You're right. It takes you a while. Like you eventually hit the bottom, but it does take you a while where it's like, no, you'll put it on like a couple of things and then it's like, I'm good. I had a little in my coffee today.
We digress. And we take this moment in high corner.
I love how it's like, it really should be like, and today's section was brought to you by Nutella.
Tangent in the herbal tangent.
Indeed. I'll also say though, I like the girls going against Kyle, because it's like, okay, let her be in the hot seat for a moment, and two, like her fighting Dorit is boring, but
so boring.
But Sutton trying to act like, Sutton, the queen of holier than thou, and I'm on the board of the American Ballet. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm on
who she
charity
because
boards.
she didn't want to be affiliated with Erica. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Listen, here's what we'll say about Sutton.
And
She has won.
I'm like, girl, please don't make us look up how your family got its money. Please don't.
It's him.
Please.
Her husband earned it.
Oh, I honestly heard that she was like very smart in business and she helped him earn it too.
Sure, but I'm just saying, like, that's where their wealth came. I don't think she really came from too much family money. Like, I think she,
Oh.
um, yeah, like, I think that's going to be interesting when her mom tells Garcelle it's none of her business.
Oh, yeah, yes. Because that is like that is very Southern and very authentic, where it's like she'd have said the same thing to Erica Jane. Like,
Well, I don't want to tell anybody. I don't want to have a scene with anybody else's mama saying, "Oh, well, your daughter said that you didn't say you loved her enough." I didn't know. That's the most awkward, no thank you conversation that I don't want to tell anybody else's mama. Like, and I respect that woman for saying that. Honestly, she said, "You're not gonna make me a scene in this."
Cut the camera, Heffa.
Right? Like, oh no, we're not doing this. Yeah, I mean, that's um I do agree that first of all, whatever Kyle did to her mouth, I'm so annoyed. Like, I don't know if she got a mild lip flip or what, or like it's I just the way that she talks this season is so annoying to me. Um and I do agree that, Kyle has been the queen of Beverly Hills, and I thoroughly feel gay baited after last season. Thoroughly. I don't believe the lesbonics.
Oh my
I
God.
feel
Oh my God. 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 Hold on. Aaron, hold that thought. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. And baby, if this don't show that Aaron is like us, baby, this shows Aaron is like us. Hold on. Wait. Where is it? Where is it? Yes, here it is. Oh my God. You gave us a media. No, add to stage. Add to stage. There we go. Add to stage. Girl, they said the same thing on Media Takeout. You gave us a Media Takeout headline. You also don't believe the lesbonics.
no, and I think that she absolutely was going out with Morgan and courting paparazzi, knowing when she'd be photographed. I think that the rumors that Kyle is incredibly calculated. This woman is grown up in Hollywood. Let us not ever forget that. She was on Little House of the motherfucking Prairie. All right? This is a family that is used to like doing what it takes to stay on and stay relevant. Look at Kathy Hilton. Look at Paris Hilton. Look at all of this. Like they are a television family, and they all have their various quirks and all of their things, but ultimately, like, they always court the press and come back to it. You know what I mean? So I think that Kyle absolutely has, wants to stay involved, likes to stay relevant. I hate the fly shit she's trying to pick out of the pepper with Dorit. Like, literally, you and reading a text at the reunion, it's like she's really, really reaching with Dorit, and I'm so tired of their arguing, and I need that to stop. The problem is I don't have any F's for Dorit. I don't care that she's leaving PK. I don't care that she's, smoking in her
Oh, well, you
car.
better find some
I just
because that's going to be the
I know.
carrying storyline for the next 9 episodes because you're lucky that Kyle and Dorit, their argument is over, but now it's going to be, the cast going up against the altar of Kyle Richards and Sutton leading the charge and Garcelle being second in command because Garcelle's thick of it too.
Garcelle in like the after show, she's friends with Sutton, like you said, because she's there for a check. She has skated on the fact that she's been incredibly well liked thus far. She is my mom's favorite. Um, and she's like, I'm friends with the crazy one that does all the antics. And she'll literally sit back and just look over at Sutton when Sutton says crazy stuff in the after show. I personally love Jennifer Tilly. I think she's hilarious in this weird, quirky way. She has real money. She's like I enjoy that. Um, so I think that that's fun. I also think that like, you know, somebody has to be in Sutton's position to where, she's almost like a Tamara right now. You know what I mean? Where you have to have somebody that's a bit antagonistic. But I mean, Sutton's wanted to be on this show for several seasons. She networked her way into Bravo. She has befriended a bunch of people. Do you know what I mean? So Sutton has really wanted this. So it's clear.
Now that I didn't know.
Yeah, she's been friends with I think when she realized she was getting divorced, she basically was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make way over to there," and has wanted to be on reality TV. I think she's like been, to different events quite a bit before she was cast, things like that.
Okay.
Listen, it was really awkward the way she broke up the Dorit situation. But my problem is when Dorit was talking about her kid, that moment. But I also know that Dorit never shuts up.
Oh.
So like
It was either going to turn into being all about Dorit the whole way there, or somebody was going to have to do a hard subject change.
Well, that's what she did. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Sutton also is awkward as hell. Remember when Dorit got broken into and Sutton's like, well, I've been busy all day. They flash back to that other scene. So, like, Sutton has a really weird, like, almost on the spectrum, like some kind of like, what are you doing? She has a weird butt chip missing, sensitivity chip missing. But I also understand that, like, Dorit is very verbose. She was going into something that maybe would rather that they all have a group discussion about at Ventura. But like that's also not organic, because if you walk in and you're really upset about whatever, semantics. But
Teddi the Tramp Mellencamp is regretting her divorce from Edwin and is dating again. When did you stop dating during the marriage? What do you mean dating again? You've had a full-on affair that resulted with the end of your marriage and an alleged affair with one of your co-stars. What do you mean again? Your vagina is hotter than the LA fires. What do you mean again?
I know the jokes write themselves, right? Like, I was thinking that song Back in the Saddle again, but I was like, but you didn't leave the saddle. You've been riding the whole way through. Oh, and just so you know, the trainer's wife has filed for divorce as well. So 2 marriages broke.
And I wouldn't want Teddi's sloppy seconds.
Yeah. I mean, I think I heard that he's, already had other affairs, you know what I mean? So that just speaks to the fact that, like, Teddi broke up her marriage with Community D.
Really? And that's tragic. Because I feel like to be a horse trainer in Orange County, if you want to get decent tips or even maintain business, I imagine that fucking would be a part of the job. But and the wife probably went along with it for a little bit, keep the business. But I guess, he just got too happy.
And she just had a baby not that long ago. So that's another reason, as we know, that women will stay often too, because they're like, oh, okay, I just had a baby. I'm not trying to do this all on my own, or like not even necessarily able immediately, you know?
Uh-huh.
I mean, Teddy
Because
was,
they were having the affair while she was giving birth.
you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, word on the curb is that part of the issue is that he was at a horse show event with Teddy while the affair was active, while his wife was back at home giving birth.
Yep.
And
A Caesar tea.
totally. Well, and that's why it's hilarious that Mellencamp rhymes with Tramp.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's a Tramp update.
Lady in the Tramp, but there's no lady.
Now, how do you feel? Because I hate to say this, I feel that with all of this Teddi Mellencamp updates and finding out that she had an affair, recently, and all of this, while she's doing a podcast, and talking about accountability and, saying who should do what on these shows. And now we've got Crystal saying Teddi should have to, be accountable and talk about her divorce, since she wants to say what other people should talk about on these shows. But Crystal, like you, she's not interesting enough to be on these shows. So why should she have to talk about it? Why should she have to tell her business on her podcast when she's not interesting enough to talk about her business? She talks about other people's business, like Carlos King talks about other people's shows.
Yeah, well, he has some splaining that he could do too. Like, he could get honest about the real reason of what was really going on behind the scenes with the Phaedra Candy mishap. So,
Yeah.
inquiring minds would still like to know the answer to that, and that's about all. And that's the same thing that goes for Teddi. I did listen to their podcast for a hot minute. I couldn't do too much, but um I thought that they both had some interesting insights because they had been working housewives. And then it just got too aggressive, like two people talking about sports, and I just kind of fell off of them. But now that Teddi has shown the level of hypocrisy that she's shown, I'm even more turned off. Like, I don't want to listen to a goddamn thing you have to say, because bitch, you need to be telling us what was going through your mind, why you cheated, what the marriage happened. No, you need to be genuine and authentic and accountable, and you need to talk about it, because that is what you do. You dig in the guts of and criticize everybody else that you talk about. And there's nothing we hate more than a judger who won't be judged.
Yep.
I'm like, bitch, no, you don't get to do this and have me at all interested in anything you have to say. And nothing you had to say before was that great, but at least I'd be interested to hear you spill your guts. I don't want to hear about you dating again. What was the demise of your marriage?
That's what I wanted to ask. Who wants her?
I don't care.
Going to be you're going to get a Louis. That's what you're going to get.
100. I can see her with a younger dude. Like, I could see her trying to get with somebody that wishes they were on the Valley or something.
A young Jax.
Oh, good. Oh, Lord. Well.
Or a young sissy like Diana Jenkins.
That little tiny dancer. Playing at the piano, singing like a lady. I don't know. I mean, we were kind of talking about this. LA, she could easily, like, I don't know. She seems like there's a hotbed of action in the horseback or the riding community, the equestrian community. Sounds like they're a bunch of horse hoes. Um, but I mean, if she could also maybe hit up Jared Osmond. He seems like, you know, I don't know if she wants a peer. I mean, now she's admitted she's cheated. I don't know about any really great dude that would be looking at her like, oh, you're prime.
Oh, I know the man that would be perfect for her. And I think you do too. He's going to be single very soon. And
Mauricio?
no, no, someone more up Teddy's alley. Someone that would be truly suited for her, equally yoked. Someone who would be happy to film. Someone in the California area. John Jansen.
Oh, God.
They bang in the horse stalls. Well, that's apparently where Teddy was getting it in.
Boning in the barn.
But I hate to say it, but I want Teddy back on the show.
You want fetch to happen.
Well, now that she is going through a painful divorce that she doesn't want to go through, that she destroyed her own marriage with her own affair, and that she's rooming with Kyle Richards and living in the rich.
I know. You're right. It could work for at least for a season or two.
Kyle has a living girlfriend. She's got in-house twat.
Well, that would certainly keep the lesbian rumor alive. Although, like I said, I really do believe that was some queer baiting, and I don't appreciate it. And she acts like, oh, how could you all no, that you did that video with Morgan. You were seen with her all the time. And let's not forget, Morgan's the age of your daughter, and you're being all romantical. Like, ew, so you're a cougar lesbian? Is that just let's keep her 100? But no, I agree with you. I could take Teddy for a season or two. Garcelle could go and beat her up. The only thing is, though, bitch, you better be ready to talk. You better be ready to share. You better be ready to tell me the details of that crap. Because if you're going to try to get around it, I'm not interested. You're not allowed to have boundaries.
Someone called the devil and asked for the temperature. Lisa said, you just want to see them to be mean to her. I have never been mean to Teddi in my life. I've never been cruel to that woman. I mean, if we want to talk about being one, I'm not her husband, so I didn't cheat on her. Let's start there. That's who she should be mad at. I'm not her father. I didn't walk out on her. We got to start there. We got to start where it's at. I am not the father that disappointed her or the husband that cheated on her. I am neither of those men. Those are the men that she's disappointed with in her life, not me. Those are the men that should have been there for her and weren't, not me. I can't, that ain't my fault that she got to deal with them strives and them struggles. I never
she has blamed her dad for her cheating ways because of his example. So she has already dug around in there. And you know what? You haven't done anything to her but make her relevant.
I got you getting your views. Exactly. I need to go on the damn show.
Your joke made her a talking point. Your joke made it to the reunion. Your joke was part of Teddi or of Kyle and Dorit's argument. And as pathetic as their argument is, your moment made her relative buzz, little gnat, and enough crap has now gone down that the make fetch happen only enriches the storyline if she were to come back. And yes, we would probably watch them be mean to her, but that's okay. She can hold her own. She's already shown that with her nasty mouth. She's made a living off talking out of her neck. you can go back on and play the game. You
Ah,
talk about it like sports. You miss it. You want to do it. Bitch, peddle your tawdry love affair, your barnyard affair. Give it to us. And then thank you for your services.
stall sex.
Oh, jeez.
A literal roll in the hay.
Unbridled. Yep.
Oh my God, not unbridled. Oh my God. Bringing new meaning to unbridled passion.
I know.
Oh
Oh,
my
no.
God. A classic role. Teddi Mellencamp has turned her life into a tawdry romance novel.
Like, if she could show some humor about being the very thing that she talks trash about and like understanding that and like going with it, like,
An
then you can,
adulterer?
well, the shoe fits the hoof. If the shoe's on the hoof, it's already on the hoof.
It
That's
really
what
let
you
it.
are.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, you can't get out of it. You had an affair. You got caught. You weren't even hiding. Everybody knew.
that shoe soldered on.
I'm serious. Clip clop. Like they nail hooves, you know what I mean? Like
Flip
joke
flop.
gallop.
Oh my God, not flip flop. Oh,
Oh,
oh my God.
listen. Hi ho silver. Giddy up, bitch. Let's go. Come back on. And listen, it's not gonna give what we want. It's not. And we're all gonna be like, and this
What
is
do
why
we
we want
want?
to. Well, I don't even know, but like I think it would be fun to watch, some it's a legitimate scandal, an organic one. These are your group of friends, and although you're closer to some than others, you're shacking up with Kyle, and the two of you are now single sisters. We don't know what else, but And um so, and then Erica too. So maybe the three of you like go out and try and date. Oh, like Garcelle's single, Owen Sutton's single. Wait, maybe all of you go out and try and do it.
Exactly.
Oh,
Dorit single.
oh shit. Look at Bose is the only one that's not. Give her
Wow.
enough time on this show and she might be.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look at the marriages that have fallen. Don't matter
Well,
how many
she's
years you
seeing
have.
someone, so she might be coming on the show to get the show to pay for her marriage or her wedding, rather. I could see Bose doing that.
I'd
I
like to see that. Bose's got that dynamic style. Like, you got to
yes,
give it to that lady.
where
I would like to see it.
where I feel like she would have it sponsored, but it would be so tastefully done you wouldn't know it. It wouldn't be like Aaron's event.
Just the fashion, that woman dresses and the dramatics that she brings. I mean, I would, an affair that she did would be, especially like a wedding. But I mean, I think she's talked about the partner that she has. They want to even have kids together, so she's pretty in a solid relationship. And so is Jennifer Tilly. But that's fine. Some people can actually like show us that relationships do exist in Beverly Hills.
Yeah. Where you wouldn't expect to see them.
No.
Yes, Bose's style, it would definitely be a wedding to see. And also because sadly her house burned down. I know she said that she might rebuild. I'm sure that's going to be some type of a storyline because also like half the town burned down. They're gonna have to talk about it.
Not even half. All of the Palisades burned down, which is a section, a city within LA County. So yeah, I mean, there's still story there. I feel like this is a rough season. Like I'm not. The storyline between Dorit and Kyle is petty, and like I just don't enjoy Dorit enough that her leaving PK is enough of a storyline for me.
It is for me. I guess I am a fan of the Chip Heffa because I am also exhausting. So I understand her. I really do. Like I would end up like PK. Or rather, I will end up marrying someone like PK and driving them to drink.
PK likes a lot of attention too. So, but no, I think there's a certain level of what I thought was insufferable is I respect the fact that the robbery traumatized her, but the way that she was keeping her kids homeschooled and not letting them go out and socialize. I mean, there are amazing private schools in her area. Like, just kind of some of the level to which she had a level of need for control and kind of OCD like. You know what I mean? It sounded exhausting. But you know, PK's bankrupted them more than once too. So, or I don't know how much she contributed to that.
Well, she's supposed to be successful in her own right, isn't she?
Is she? All I know is there was a lawsuit about that swimwear line.
Like with Marge.
Yeah. Well, the partnership that she originally got into, I think she wanted to move, didn't want to stay with them, and they sued, and I think they had to settle.
Mm.
Beverly Beach. Have you seen anything in years? No.
Oh, that's sad. Because you'd think like you actually could have had, a good little business even with Bravo taking their cut.
Yeah, I don't have any idea of how I'd really be if I were on a show like this, but I feel like I would want something creative that this show helped promote, even if I didn't promote it directly on the show, maybe just my notoriety helped with. Like, just for my own sense of feeling of accomplishment, creativity, you know what I mean? Like, I would want something, and I would want something to take with me after my stint was over that I could still put my energy into.
Exactly. Something like when Married to Medicine is over, they still go back to being physicians.
Right. And like, as much as we all have our feelings about Dr. Heavenly, she also has several kinds of businesses that, are producing revenue and that, she can be proud of. I mean, have we ever, I wonder what happened to Quad's dog fashion.
That was never a thing. Perfect poop.
Yes. And then there's the cookbooks. But no, I mean, think about it. We were talking about La Dame. Is there any candles out? Is the fragrance, you know,
Let's see if it's at Bloomingdale's right now. Because
I
after
think that was,
this, we're going to be having a contest to name her new fragrance. Shit, I'm gonna have to have some coffee. Okay. Let's see, Bloomingdale's. Are we still at Blooming? It's still at Bloomingdale's.
oh,
Oh, no, it's not.
okay.
Currently unavailable. Ooh, well, let's see. Anything else? No. No. Okay, so it's just, let's see, let's check our website. Shop La Dame. $35 for the freaking rollerball. Okay, it looks like it's available at her site. I was able to get the rollerball. Yeah, she has the $130 4 wick, the $44 3-wick, and oh, we don't even have the perfume anymore. Well, I guess it's her new one.
Wow. Well, she will have a whole new fragrance if she does time.
Oh. All righty. Well, Aaron, let them know where they can find you.
You can find me here as needed. You can find me on Ray Ray All Days channel. We are covering RuPaul's Drag Race and Southern Charm. And you can also catch me on Instagram, psychic_ELB. If you'd like to get a psychic reading, just hit me up in the DMs.
All right. And we will see you for the Name That's In contest real soon. Bye, y'all.